G'day, this is Simon at South OC Cars and Coffee. I think this might be one of the craziest mornings we have ever had at this show. In fact, I think we should change it to South OC Hypercars and Coffee. It is insane. We have got an Apollo, we have got Senna, we have got 918s, we have got Carrera GTs. There's such a lineup of crazy cars here this morning, and the usual turnout. We are packed. We've put the lot full signs out. Absolutely insane. Don't forget, if you're coming to South OC Cars and Coffee, please remember to respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That's not just in the parking lot here at the outlets of San Clemente, but also anywhere in the town of San Clemente, and including getting on and off the freeway. So much to see this morning. Let's go for a walk and check it out. So here we have the start of our hypercar supercar row. Check this thing out. First of all, Pagani. Look at that beautiful carbon fiber work. These are one of my favorite cars, not just because the styling is great, but just because there's so many little intricate details. Things like the way that gated shifter is down there, all of the machined parts in there, and apparently the people that actually engrave the gauges, because the detail is so fine, they use the same people who do Philippe Patek watches. So absolutely amazing car. I love these things in so many ways. And the other thing about these, of course, is they use an AMG derived engine. So you've got this beautiful Italian styling, and of course with the reliability and the get up and go of an AMG. So love this car. Next to it, Senna. Just can't go past these things. Absolute animal track day car you can drive on the street. Next to that, beautiful looking 720. Actually, is it? It's 1140 VX it's got written on the side, but amazing looking car. Next to that, 918, beautiful car. And then the crowd around here is all lined up around this thing here. This is an Apollo. A guy called Ben brought this. This is one of the most spectacular cars I have ever seen in my life. The carbon fiber on it is over the top. This is just absolutely beautiful on every angle. Very rare, very, very fast, very expensive, obviously. Look at the aero on this thing. This is one of those cars that on every single angle you look at it, like that triple exhaust through there, everything is extreme. Every single angle you look at, things are just over the top. It is, I think, the closest looking thing to a Batmobile crossed with a race car you are going to see on the street. It is absolutely magnificent. So this is an Apollo. If you want more information, you can Google it, look for that badge. This is absolutely magnificent. Next to it, another Pagani. This is just wonderful. This is Wyra BC. Once again, beautiful carbon fiber, beautiful blue interior, all those machine details. Absolutely over the top. From there, Viper SRT 10, a quick car. And then we move through here, we have McLaren and a huge crowd. And then have a look at this. This is beautiful. This has been wrapped. This is a Carrera GT. It looks so great in this color. We just come through here. Beautiful interior, that houndstooth. And the wrap on this thing's great. It does not look like a wrap. It's just got lots of sheen to it. But the color really, really suits this car on every single angle. We always like to give motorcycles a bit of love here, and this one is certainly worth it. New Ducati. This is actually a special edition SP2, set up for the track. Beautiful looking motorcycle. Look at this brushed effect on the tank. I hope the camera's pulling that in. The tank's not actually painted silver, it's actually a brushed aluminum tank. Really nice looking bike. The owner was just telling me, if you've seen the YouTube video where they line up this against some supercars, this is the same bike they do that with. Isn't this really, really special? If you like Ducatis, you're gonna love this thing. Have a look at the overflow lot today. It is absolutely packed. You just saw me walk past. We've basically filled the other side with exotics, moved the motorcycles over to the other side. Check out how many motorcycles are here today. Over the top again, we've literally filled up 2 rows opposite where we normally put them. It's a beautiful day. Why wouldn't you go for a ride on your bike? And so many cool things out here today.
The day that I would pray for you, I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine.
Got a phone call last night. Supercar Jerry from Camberg said, well, hey, we're bringing out some cool trucks today. Well, this is one of them. This is a beautiful new Bronco, but as you can see, massive rubber on this thing. And of course, Camberg make killer suspension kits. Next to it, look at this. This is a Raptor R. So this is one of the first ones on the road. And good to see it's got a bit of dirt on already. There is a big difference between this Raptor and other Raptors, and that is under there and the exhaust note. This guy has gone back to a V8, which is so good to see. And here, this as I think trucks should have V8s in them, and it's great to see that with the Raptor R they've gone back to that as well. So Jerry, thank you for bringing him out. Appreciate you, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
So
great event here.
You just took delivery of this, yeah?
Yeah, I had it shipped to my favorite dealership in Las Vegas called Team Ford. Off-road racer Steve Oligus, been racing off-road trophy trucks for years. Their showroom's amazing. They got Ford GTs and vintage Broncos and all that good stuff. And I was out in Vegas for the SHOT Show, and I got the call that it showed up, so I got to drive it home. And
sweet.
We left it dirty. We went up and over a mountain range because there's a bunch of traffic on the 15th freeway, and got to put some good off-road miles on it.
Great.
Yeah, the torque is amazing.
It's a good-looking truck, and I just love the fact that, well, I know why Ford put the turbo V6 in the trucks. They sell so many Raptors, and they have to hit a certain total gas mileage or whatever, and so that was part of the reason they did it. But I always hoped they'd return to a V8 because, admittedly, I'm a Chevy guy, but I can't imagine buying a Silverado with a turbo V6 in it. You know, my truck's got a 6.2 litre in it. I wouldn't have anything else. And great to see that you actually bought something that's got some manly cubic inches behind it, mate.
Yeah, and what's really cool is, like I said, 700 horsepower and 650 pounds of
good lord.
From the factory.
That is really cool, mate. Well, always good to see you.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked out Camberg on Instagram and their website, if you've got a truck and you want to put some killer suspension on it, these guys do a great job. Go and have a look at their Instagram. You can see the quality of their engineering in their Instagram page. Really, really cool. And make sure to follow Supercar Jerry as well on Instagram. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming out.
All right.
You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world?
Have a look at this for two great wagons next to each other. First of all, this Mercury Woody regular here looks great, but look at this Chrysler. This thing is absolutely beautiful, wonderful. Got that 5-power V8 under the hood. Hey folks, welcome to the show. What a beautiful car. New Yorker, this is a great looking thing because the New Yorkers have taken on all sorts of different versions in over the years, but this is beautiful. This is a country wagon. So what a town and country wagon, should I say. What a beautiful, beautiful looking station wagon. This may be a car of the week contender right here. What a beautiful thing.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong.
Super clean 55 here. What a great colour combination too. That cream coloured roof and that sort of teal coloured body. And the thing I loved about cars of this era, look how the interior is matched. Even the steering wheel and the dash has got that teal colour. And the nice thing, notice this is a pillarless version. When that back window winds down, it's completely open through there. There was also the 210 available, which actually had a pillar in it. This is the one that people wanted, but it was also more expensive at the time. Beautiful RT Charger leaving us there. And next to it, another one, actually been a previous car of the week winner. Look at this one here in the white with the blue. Great cars from a great era of muscle cars, just so much big metal. What I loved about these, look at the back end on this, just really clean. And then on the front, those concealed headlights that these guys did, along with, you know, the RS Camaros at the time as well, that actually headlights have become visible when you turn them on. But great to see these iconic muscle cars at the show.
Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up.
Have a look at this little Austin America, made of course by British Leyland. There are so many cars that sort of shared this styling, this platform. Morris 1100 was another version, actually a 4-door version. Tons of legroom in the back of those. But if you look under the hood, it may look familiar to a Mini because they're all sharing similar sort of driveline, that east-west configuration that, of course, Mini was famous for. But platformed obviously to whether it was Morris, whether it was a Leyland, you all use the same sort of styling. And even the tail lights on the back of it, they're very reminiscent of an MG of the era as well. So great to see this here. Classic car. But I bet it's got British electrics in it, hasn't it? Which means, well, for example, one of the things they were known for, there's the grille, there's no radiator because the radiator's over there. Notice where the distributor is? You drive one of these on a rainy day and that distributor cap will get soaked with water and it will start misfiring and stop. They actually made waterproofing kits, caps to go over the distributor cap, but that was the typical sort of thing. And when you think about it, where these cars were from, United Kingdom, lots of rain, right? So it really didn't make sense. The engineers didn't think that through very well. But hey, we're talking about British motoring, so, you know, people's car, that's what it was. Great to see.
Back, you don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way,
So I just got stopped as I was walking past this car. Hey, got to come back and have a look at it. This is Joe's Nova, and if you read the story on here, basically in 1969, the guy that owns this, Joe I guess, got out of the army, bought the car, had it for a short period of time, changed the heads, put a high-rise manifold on it, put a Holly carb on it, put an Isky cam, hookers, headers. Used to take it to the drags at Long Beach, doing 12-second quarter miles. His kids came home from hospital in it. He actually had the car before he was married, and he's gone through 3 different motors in it, and a few years ago just decided to restore it back to its original look, which is what we've got here. Isn't this great to see that all of this history has been retained in this car? It's like a time capsule. Same guys owned it since the beginning. So great to see. I really appreciate somebody pointing this out. Great story.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something.
Couple of Packards sitting side by side here. Don't they look great? Beautiful, beautiful old cars. This one here, of course, the Woody, and next to it, 34, I think, 33 or 34 Ford. Great looking coupe.
never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings.
So this is something you don't see here very often. I actually grew up with one of these cars in our household in Australia. My dad had one of these new 1982. This is a Rover SD1 3500. Interesting car, built by British Leyland, Rover, part of that group. Used the same V8 engine that they used in Range Rovers at the time, a 3.5 litre V8, also used in the Range Rovers, also used in the car in Australia called a Leyland P76. But this particular one, what made it interesting was they actually fitted Bosch J-Tronic fuel injection. So it was a luxury car at the time. You probably wouldn't really tell looking at this. The headlights overseas were one-piece headlights as well, very different. But nice car to drive, good mechanicals in it. I think it was all Borg Warner rear end and gearbox and everything. But what was interesting about the car was that it's, you know, everything was choked with emissions in this era. So even though I had this 3.5 litre fuel injected V8, it was probably only around about 145 horsepower. So no slower than anything else at the time, but it turned a lot of heads in the day. They weren't that common, even in Australia, and obviously less common here. The funny thing is, I was only just talking about this car about 3 days ago with one of my best friends and sent him pics of it, and lo and behold, this one at the show today. I must have willed it to be here.
I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string, you don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings, you don't ever wanna set me free.
Check this thing out, it's a midnight purple R33 V-Spec. Yeah, this is a beautiful car, been here a few times before. Really lovely BBS wheels on it. This colour is the original colour, original paint. Great car. I'm a fan of R33s. I think out of all of them, there's something about this, the proportions, I really enjoy the look of an R33. And this colour absolutely suits it to a T. So great to see. Hey, thanks for bringing this out.
And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me?
That is it for another week of South OC Cars and Coffee. What an incredible turnout. Those hypercars in particular, that Apollo, how great to see that. Absolutely incredible. Thank you to all the owners for bringing them out today. Don't forget that if you're coming to South OC Cars and Coffee, please respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts, including on the streets around San Clemente and also getting on and off the freeway as well. Big thank you to all of our sponsors. We've got Maguire's, Polestar, we've got PDM Brands, Next Level Auto Protection, RPM Tesla Aftermarket Accessories, and Carbontastic. Thank you guys. If you'd like to become a sponsor, please check out the sponsorship page on our website. Big thank you to all of our volunteers. We could not do this show without them. If you would like to become a volunteer, reach out to us on Instagram using South OC Cars and Coffee merch or via our website. The merch page is where you're going to see all our latest merchandise, including these great new tees, long sleeve tees and hats, which is really cool. You can also reach out to Sarah, who does all the organising of our rosters as well. If you become a volunteer, you get to bring your car in early and you also get a prime park, and of course Ruby's also hooks you up with a free coffee and donuts. Speaking of which, big thank you to Ruby's and also to the outlets of San Clemente. We really appreciate those guys letting us be here. If you've got any shopping to do, please make sure to think of the outlets first. Come here and tell them South OC Cars and Coffee sent you. Thank you to Rockwell's for feeding the masses as well, and to the City of San Clemente for their support. That is it for another week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, follow and subscribe below. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee. Thanks for watching.